Welcome again. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for our book chat of the week. Believe me, I've been looking forward to this moment since Tuesday, like 48 hours now. And it's such a pleasure to have this going on now. I have here with me the author of the book, Catching Grace, Lydia Emmanuel. She's going to be talking to us about a book this morning. Welcome to the show, Lydia.
Thank you. Good morning.
I feel like I should thank you for this book. Very interesting. I had a good time reading it. However, I would like you to tell me what inspired the content of this book.
A few years ago, I began to, write this book when I realized that a lot of women who had an history of sexual abuse, began to come my way. Many of them were mentees, proteges, friends, and I sort of had a listening ear, so they felt they could confide in me, and then they began to share the stories, and this sort of birthed a burden inside of me to help ladies like that. And then the story came up. It just started as a devotional, something to just encourage them on their journey to recovering from the hurt, the pain, and then the story started, and before I knew it, here we are.
It started with you just scribbling?
Yeah, just scribbling. So it was like a picture. Okay, so let me put it this way. When you listen to these stories, it does something to you. It's painful. Those stories are born from a place of pain, hurts. Some of them loss of identity because of what has been done to them. And I sort of could empathize and step into their shoes. Maybe that was why they could, talk to me. And so that started the story in my head, in my heart. Sometimes it was heart-wrenching for me. There were times when I cried writing the book, and it's all fiction. Believe me.
I'm finding that hard to believe. I could have sworn you're telling your story. That's how real and original it is. Now, for those watching and they're wondering, oh, you're waxing eloquent on this story, tell us about Catching Grace in, I know it can be hard, especially as the author, but in a few words, just tell us about Catching Grace.
Okay, so Catching Grace is basically a story about Grace, a young girl who had dreams, intelligent, brilliant girl who had dreams and then trusted in the system, the family structure around her, only to have that dashed, by a father. She was raped by a father. I don't want to give you spoilers, but, she was raped by a father, and her life went downhill from there. She got into sex trade, got into a lot of things that she would never have thought, her life was going to go through, And thank God for hope. She eventually found hope and was restored. And this, for me, is very relatable because I have an outreach to sex workers, and victims of sex trade. And many of them have dreams. Many of them started with dreams of wanting to be a doctor, a nurse, and then all of a sudden life happened. Yes, and getting them back to the place where they can actually bring those dreams to life is something I'm passionate about. So this book connected to me that way. And from the reviews I've had so far from everyone who read this book, they felt like Grace in the book was speaking to them.
Yes.
Yes, it was speaking to them. And that's because I wrote from a place of relatable experiences around me.
There were a lot of twists and turns. Say, for example, she trying to find her way, falling back. Trying to find her way, falling back. I experienced with Clem, for example. It was a miracle she being able to get out of that house that day. And when you read the book, especially when she finally started finding herself again, you feel this will I call it this inspiration?
Yes.
That no matter where you find yourself, you can find your way out.
Yes, yes, very important. I say no matter where you are in life, as long as you don't lose that hope, no matter how little it is, that little glimpse of hope, that determination, that the dreams you once had could come true, it would happen. It takes that determination to fight through the challenges of life. We all go through them anyway, but it's important to keep that inside. The external might not encourage that, people might not encourage that, but when you have that determination, just hold on to it. It's very hard. Sometimes it looks very hard to hold on to, but please hold on to it. One day you'll find someone who would speak to that hope. One day a situation, an opportunity will come that would speak to that hope. When you still have it, it can connect and you'll find a way out.
Fantastic. So Lydia, for those watching now, who would you recommend this book for?
This is to every woman and even men, because men also go through sexual abuse. You'll be surprised. I've had, you know, testimonies of that. You know, people talk to me about that. But this is to everyone who has gone through an history of abuse. You've gone through pain, hurt, parental neglect. You know, you've been disappointed by the very people that you thought were going to. Yes, yes. This is for you. And I'm saying there is hope. You know, there is hope. I've seen sex workers, you know, we call them prostitutes. I've seen them rehabilitated, get their dreams back, start businesses, own their own dreams. As in, it's amazing. This is for you. You know what I'm taking from this book? Okay. Forgiveness. How forgiveness can heal you before you even heal those around you, especially those who have offended you. Thank you so much for this, Lydia Emmanuel. Thank you.
You totally made my week with this book, and I'm not kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.